Don't help him. That's so mean.
I just made coffee.
You can put your face
Oh, this is order, obviously.
Is he an ice
Jenna.
cream?
Yo, what are you
I'm
doing?
going the other way. No, I need the coffee. I was thinking. All right, are we live?
Yes,
All right, I'll take a break later. Let's start. Hello, we're back in. This is class 5 of 6. So today we're going over test 3.
Class 5.
Yeah, we're going more.
Yeah.
Now I have a lot to say about it actually. Okay, so listen carefully. Today we're going over test 3. We're going to go over writing, and I'm going to use Liv's essay as an example. And so when you hand them in, I tend to do a pretty good job of marking the stuff that's good and bad, and I give you comments on the back. See, so we're going to go over that. And if any of you, you have one more shot at it, don't hate Liv. Don't be a hater. She was doing her job. I know. You should all can't stand her. Bitch. All right, no. No, you guys really should write an essay, but I've already said that a few times. Like, don't distract people. I find that distracting. Thank you. We're also going to discuss the difference between ontology and epistemology. Just seeing if anyone's listening. That's not Maggie's attention. Ontology and epistemology. These are things you study in college. We're not really going to do that. Everyone's like, wait, what? Am I in the right place? Hey, ontology is does anyone know what they are? Even you learn these things in philosophy. Epistemology is the study of knowledge. What do we know and how do we know? Ontology is the study of reality. And you think of that's easy if you get to grapple with really cool questions like this. What's more real? A chair or real chairs like we're sitting on? Or the idea of a chair? Which is more real?
Chair.
You'd think that, right?
The idea.
A school chair. Okay, now watch this, really cool. If I pretend, hypothetically, destroy every chair in the world,
We still know.
do we still have the idea of chair?
Yeah.
Okay, if I destroy the idea of chair, can we identify any chairs in the world?
We still know what dinosaurs are.
Right, because we have the idea of dinosaurs.
How can
The
you
idea.
destroy an idea, though?
What's that?
That's what he said.
No, that's what I'm saying is that, right, ideas in many ways. This is Plato's theory of forms, which is what this is about, really suggests that ideas are even more real in a capital R than the things themselves. The idea of chairness, so to speak, is how you put it. All right, guys, all of your parents asked me before the test, they say, this is a group of friends that they get along great and they're wonderful, but I have concerns about putting them on the class. Are you going to be able to manage? And I'm like, I've been a professional teacher, but stop kicking her under the table. Like, I don't know that's what you're doing, little Ronnie, while I'm telling this story. Okay, and I said, assure me, right, do I have to kick her out? She gone? No. All right, so, no, I do it. I'm not doing that. I know, please, I got other things. No, but come on, let's try to rein it in. We have 2 more classes. Now, today, our main focus is going to be on writing and on going over test 3. Now, you only have 2 days to turn in test 5. So I just printed out your assignment sheets. I'll go get those in a second. But obviously, through no fault of my own, the state is offering the free test that you're all taking in 2 days. So what I would suggest, look, I think standardized test prep should be a priority. Right? I mean, and I can convince you that let's just do a quick mathematical calculation. Right? We know the most important thing is the sum total of your grades for getting into school. We know the second most important thing is your standardized test scores. How do we know this? Good and obvious. What are the 2 axes on the graph? It's always SAT, ACT, GPA. Because they're basically saying you want to find out where kids are going, plug in your SAT, ACT, and your GPA. And this is what you can expect with accepts, rejects, deferrals. Okay, so now think about, of the 2, GPA is the more important indicator. It has to be, because it carries over time. Now think about what goes into your GPA. You have, let's say, on average, 5 classes a year. That means on average 5 days a week. So pick a class. Think about all that's involved. Sitting in the class 5 days a week for the class. Sucking up to the teacher in the hallway. We all know we do it, right? As soon as that class ends, you forget what their name is. But there's energy and time in that. There's studying for quizzes. There's writing papers. There's finals. All of that goes into 1 grade at the end of the year. 1 grade, right? Times 20. That's how much time you're investing in your GPA. Now, let's say you said, okay, the GPA is 5 times more important than your scores. Okay, so take that number of how many hours it took to get that one grade in that one class, multiply it by 20, and then divide it by 5. That's a shit ton of. That's what if a business team came in and said, we're going to look at this dispassionately and tell you how much time you should study for SATs and ACTs based on how much they count. We're just looking at bottom line outcomes here. You should study a lot. So having said that, I would suggest to you that you try to do the whole 4 tests, test number 4, by Tuesday. We're going to try to go over it. I also understand that that's like 48 hours away, Dr. It's like asking a lot. Agreed. So if you're going to have to cut a corner, do the 1 or 2 sections that you think need the most improvement still at this late date in the course. So you're like, someone was saying, I think it was Sarah on the way, and the math was really hard on this one. So we're going to start going over the 2 math sections tonight, then we're going to do language, then we're going to do reading after we go over the essay, if you haven't done any of that. But see if you can really bear down tonight. Review all of your notes from all the math, and then be sure to take the 2 math sections by Tuesday. That would be my suggestion for you. But all of you can think about, where do I really, at this point, feel like I could use the most work? What's going to help my bottom line score the most? Doing the reading test, doing the language and writing test, doing the math test, with or without the calculator, or both. Okay? So at least do the weakest link for Tuesday. Then do the second weakest link, then it's easy to do the stuff we're good at. Did you figure that out yet in life? People love to do what they're good at. So I never got very good at the trumpet because I like to play what I was good at. So I need like 3 songs and I can play them really well. I still don't know F sharp major scale. Well, yes, I do, but you get my point. Okay. So there you go. All right. Let's talk about the essay. All right. I'm going to just pour a cup of coffee. Talk amongst yourselves for 30 seconds. Ready, go.
Oh, sorry, your sunglasses on.
Because I was outside all the time. I used to.
I'll take them off.
They're offending me.
No. First, gonna be sick.
I've had sunglasses on for the past 4 years.
Gemma.
I'll shine in her eye. I'll shine in her eye.
Don't do that. I've literally been like undressed in bed for like 5 years.
How'd you get a concussion?
I stood up into a ceiling.
Remember?
Where was a whole story.
That's why he started telling me embarrassing stories.
Yeah.
Wait, where was the ceiling?
I was in the AOF hockey arena because that's where
Were you there?
Farmington plays.
Or were you there?
Just kidding. It's funny.
We had a game, right in front of everyone. Same with was here. Family fell down right after.
Okay.
Caused more people to laugh and actually see what I was doing.
I guess it's just one sheet. Okay, yeah, this is your sign-in sheet. So again, did I give this to you already? I think I did. This is weeks 4 and 5 for classes. Yeah, this is weeks 4 and 5 due for 5th and 6th class. If I didn't give it to you, I was supposed to last week. Nobody asked. What? Not even Liv. Yeah.
What's your name?
Claire.
George.
Did we get one? All right. No? All right, we're good. Okay, so let's talk about the essay. Okay, I'm going to remind you the basic structure. And Liv did follow the basic structure perfectly. The basic structure of your essay should tell them basically what the piece is about. This speech was an attempt to convince the American citizens and the U.S. government to dissent from the Vietnam War. Okay, and then you want to indicate the rhetorical devices, the argumentation, and the evidence. And all this is right there on the paper in the test question, but I'm just reminding you what it's going to look like. Your first paragraph is basically what happened. This is an essay about. This is a speech about. And at the end of that, you're going to give your what I call your list of 3. The main reasons that make the piece effective. Okay? And so watch this. Liv did most of it right, and I think there's one area for improvement. So I'm just going to read her very brief intro. Intros are short. So she wrote, don't be embarrassed, this is good. Okay? In April of 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. addressed U.S. citizens in a speech delivered in New York. The purpose of this speech was to convince both citizens and the American government that they should not support the Vietnam War due to its unjust nature. Now, I guarantee you Liv did not proofread. This isn't to embarrass you. No one proofreads until they make a stupid mistake like ITS. It is not it is. So right, that's not, so you need to proofread because you would have found that.
Yeah.
So right away, you're a super smart kid, and they're gonna read this and go, "Oh, she's one of those kids who doesn't know it's from its." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't want to be that. And don't flash things in her eye. Thank you. Murray. Cut that shit right out. All right, now
Shove it.
here's the part that I want you to pay attention to, especially Liv, because you could have improved this. Now watch this. MLK Jr.'s use of rhetoric, reasoning, and evidence establishes a credible, which I really like that phrasing, credible argument in opposition to the Vietnam War. Anybody know how could that be best improved?
Talk about the rhetoric.
Yeah, it's one level too general. Like for example, anything you could say in any essay about any piece is probably not good. That's why I tell kids when they're writing their personal essays. If your essay, anything you say in that could be in anybody else's personal essay for college, it's not personal enough. Do you know what I mean? Only one person looks like you. So anyway, so you should have said his use of, now in rhetoric, you talked about pathos, you talked about diction, you talked about a couple other things, narrative voice. So you say that, right? Doesn't that sound more sophisticated? MLK's use of diction, narrative voice, and pathos, as well as his logical reasoning and evidence from blah, 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 like mention the specifics of those things.
Mhm.
You mentioned, it's funny, you mentioned pathos to appeal to emotion, and then you talked about appeal to reason and logic, but you didn't say logos, which goes with pathos. Why do I always blow up during this class? Anyway, hold on. So this is a kid who's at Providence. No,
Do you have 18,000 unread emails?
I do. Oh, good. Oh, yes,
Ow.
yes.
Thanks.
Anyway, she applied for a scholarship program in Washington, D.C. She's a total politics chick, and she got accepted, so she was all excited. So she's off to Washington next semester. Off to Washington one day.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a little poem. I'm excited for you now. I'm showing off this week. You may have heard this. I don't know. Did I ever bang out my head of the division poem?
I don't remember.
Okay, ready for this one? The head of the division of provision for a vision was a man of prompt decision on the court. PhD in calisthenics, PDQ in pathogenics. He had just the proper background for his work. From the pastoral aroma of Loma, Oklahoma, with the pittance of a salary in hand, his acceptance had been wedded, even aided, and abetted by emolument.
Look
That
up
sometime
the
grand.
beat on YouTube.
I know, I could.
Yeah. Why do you know that?
I have memorized it a long time ago. So with energy, start with snag with that. He's not going to with that. We're fit to figure they were hunting for a digger in the wood called the OPA. After months of patient process, Morton Spiculum Proboscis had unearthed a reprehensible hiatus and replied to an player Moody's questionnaire with respect
Are
to
you
inventory status.
just mumbling words?
They had written your directive weren't effective, what's effective, and its ultimate objective, and what's more, Neolithic hieroglyphics are to us much more specific than the dribble they keep dubbing at our door. It goes on for thank you. Thank you. I can't. You know what? I stopped after the first one stanza. It's 9 stanzas. I memorized 5 of them because I was the nerd, one of the 2 nerds at camp. And like I used to love sports, but I was not good at them. And I just you got me. You're right. You're very athletic. You see, Josh. I just was not.
No, he's good.
I was about as good at sports as you were in lacrosse. Not very.
Oh.
Shots fired! No kidding. She got into this college. Cut it out. She didn't have to defend herself. All right. Anyway, so I was hanging with Gary Shapiro, and the funny thing is.
Who's Gary Shapiro? The other nerd at Kano.
Yes, and guess where we met 10 years later? We met again at Harvard, at nerd school. Yeah, that was good. All right. So moving on.
What camp was this?
See number 2 backward. I said this. Okay, next.
No, I was thinking what
So then your next sentence was throughout the passage. So I said, I think would be better transition is to make his topic both relatable and persuasive. Throughout the passage, Martin Luther King uses pathos.
Okay.
Listen, here's the whole trick to writing rhetorical devices essays. Listen, don't distract people, Maya, all right? And you guys, listen, I feel bad because on the one hand, I want to have fun. On the other hand, like, I'm really good at this and I'm telling you stuff that's valuable. And I want you to value that because you're going to take this test in like a week. Do you know what I mean? So we can play after Liv is done. Then we can play. We can even have a party when we're done. I would love to do that. I would love to celebrate. You know what I was thinking we should all do? Honestly.
Go bowling?
No, even better.
Yeah,
We should all watch Jerry Maguire.
I watched it.
And
It was really good.
I told you, no one's ever seen the movie and said that sucked. That was a waste. No
I
one.
watched it like the night that you told me to.
I'm
just
so
take a
glad.
break.
Faith was gonna, but she didn't fall through.
Yeah.
I was patient.
I was looking for music and music. Good, can't talk. I was watching. Oh my god.
I know one still.
I was
looking for
that
movie. I was looking
Something
for
like
a movie.
And you found it and you saw it and you were like, I need to.
And I
We
watched
should all
the
watch
other
Jerry
night.
Maguire if you're down. I'll provide popcorn. All right. Anyway, see, that's what I do. Guys, ring it in. So here's the whole key. If you ever have to do essays in school, whether on poetry or prose, anything that deals with close textual analysis, where you're offering rhetorical devices, what's the key? Anybody know? What are you looking for? What's the whole key? Like, let's say you find pathos. You
I
find.
swear to God, this is a penny.
That's it.
Yeah, I know.
No, I found it.
Yes, that's it.
found it.
I kiss you when you're a student, I'll get arrested. Thank you. I would have spent so much time looking for
Why do I get any credit for that? I literally
Yes,
had no idea what it
No,
was.
you didn't.
I
You
was
didn't.
like, picking it
I'm
up and
sorry.
she took it
This
out
is
of
a
my
life
hand.
lesson for you.
No.
Maggie gets all the credit because she actually identified it as missing minutes.
I just-
Well, no, you have a learning opportunity here, Maya.
I just need to be more out there.
Yeah. There you go.
I was literally picking it up and I was looking at it and then Meg goes,
All right, whatever. Yay, but we're done. Thank you so much. All right, now I
You're
can
welcome.
teach you this.
we
That's
play
fine.
with
All right, yeah, we will. All right, here's the key. Let me just tell you. Let's say you find pathos, you find alliteration, just for example. What's the key with using them? A lot of people can find alliteration. That's easy. And full-grown lambs, loud bleat from hilly born would be a good example of alliteration. What's the key, Liv?
that. You explain how it benefits the passive.
Yes! You say why it was used.
Just
Right.
Really.
No, but it's so important. And here's the fail-safe. If you're not sure, you're like, why did he use alliteration? I don't freaking know. It's just alliteration. Your fail-safe is it draws attention to the line. Because it sounds nice. It's like, whoa, right? If you hear, and full-grown lambs, loud bleat from hilly born, that's really nice. That doesn't roll off the, pen of every poet. That takes a John Keats. Or when to the sessions of sweet silent thought. That takes a William Shakespeare. By the way, if any of you are romantic, hopeless romantics, like your teacher, you want to go see Romeo and Juliet. Now playing guitar. Didn't you love it?
I just like
Watch it.
awesome.
It was really good.
She already got the tickets.
They're not doing
I would go again in a heart. What'd you think?
It was good. I thought that I didn't like the Romeo and Juliet. I thought the Mercutio was the best.
Me too. I love the Mercutio. I mean, I didn't mind Romeo and Juliet. She was a little overacting. I thought
They
she
didn't, have,
overacted.
they didn't have any connection.
Yeah, I agree
They
with
just did what was told of them.
I totally agree with that. Do you think anything that had to do with the mixed race or not at all?
No, because I thought that the Capulet was really good.
Yeah, his father. Yeah. I thought Mercutio stole the show.
Oh, absolutely.
He was like an angry, crazy, gay Mercutio.
He does
right?
in the other one
He's
too,
gay.
like the TV
I
show,
thought he
the
played
remake
in it.
one, like
Yeah.
the 80s, whatever it was.
Do you think he was gay or was that just my take?
I thought he was good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was a dancer.
And riding on his bicycle. But he got that crazy, like, don't fuck with me, look. And yeah, it was awesome. I thought he was amazing. Yeah. All right, moving on. Okay, if you're gonna mention diction as a rhetorical device, nobody's writing notes on this except Liv, but I
No,
think
she
you
is.
should.
Look
Oh,
at
thank
her.
you, sir. Listen,
Me too.
good. Yeah, right. In your blue highlighter that you'll never refer to. If you're gonna mention diction as a rhetorical device, what should you do?
Explain it.
Okay, but even before you explain it, but you're on the right track.
Details.
You give the few words. Give the words. If you're saying word choice is important,
Explain it.
that's what explaining is. Yeah, you can't just say his use of diction. Say his use of diction in the specific choices of quote, quote, quote. Right? You want to use diction means word choice. He uses the word blah 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 to suggest, he uses the word darkness and shadow, right, to suggest death or whatever it happens to be. Let's pick those two, right? All right. A lot of very nice, and I would like to say sophisticated points. Like I love, this was really cool. So his use of diction when speaking of the war manipulates the audience to agree by attacking its character. And there you did the right it's. And then additionally, his use of first person allows him to connect with his audience, which is explaining why he uses these things. MLK uses personal experience, blah, blah, blah. That was great. In your next transition, though, you said, in addition to MLK's use of pathos, and the thing is, you had mentioned 3 other things. You should have said, in addition to pathos and diction and narrative voice, right? Because you're short shrifting the work you've done to that point. Do you get it?
Yeah.
B.
She just
Oh.
Should I do all
Just
over?
throw her out. Make me come over there.
Dude, she
All right.
drew all over my nice SAT book.
All right, come on, guys.
She get a
It's not even fun.
Right, okay, then I have the logos point. Then I wrote careful not to something. Oh, mix and match narrative voices. So listen to the sentence, see if you guys can pick it out. He explains the irony of the war. All right, next. In the hopes that people begin to think about the necessity to fix our country before interfering with another. I thought this was a great point. Are you saying, dude, you're sending blacks to Vietnam to fix social injustice when, hello, there's some social injustice going on right here? I thought that was a great point, you know, and it's crazy. But grammatically, do you hear the error in this statement? You start out, he explains the irony of the war in the hopes that people begin to, that's a third person voice.
Yeah.
He hopes people will begin to fix our country. Oops. So you'd have to say we or something like that. Our is first person plural. So you have to choose. Am I doing first person plural, which I happen to like? And so to put yourself, you know, with the we often think of these things, don't we, Patrick? Right? Yeah. Thank you. And that's basically it wins the reader over. It puts you in the same space. Okay. And then I wrote a really, really good point for this one. Martin Luther King attacks the credibility. You also have some good diction yourself with words like credibility. He attacks the credibility of the United States government. Where was the really, really good point? Wait, what? Oh, in Vietnam, this was it. To fight against the injustice in Vietnam while they are not treated as equals in their homes. That's what, in their home country. Okay, and mentioning this irony, Martin Luther King is attacking the credibility of the United States government. I mean, that is a really, really sophisticated point. That's the kind of stuff that you do in college. Then I wrote, after winning the audience over with his masterful use of rhetorical devices, that would be a transition. I was trying to help you write better transitions. Okay, and okay, then calls upon the citizens to take action. That was a good way. And then your conclusion was lovely. Oh no, your last paragraph was lovely, according to my comments.
Really effing good.
I wrote that.
I know, that's why I said it.
How'd you know that from there?
She went like this, so she could see.
Yeah, I wrote really effing good. I've been the teacher that have written that. Impressive. So overall, MLK Jr. creates an effective argument through his appeal to emotions. All right, and again, you could have added the other things, the diction. God, it's hard for me to read. His emotion, through his appeal to emotions, his use of logic, and his evidence-based reasoning. He explains the hypocrisy of the U.S. government in a peaceful way and convinces his audience to oppose the Vietnam War. So basically, she says what this speech is about, and then she drills down and analyzes several of the effective rhetorical devices, and then she closes by, and this, again, is why it was such an effective speech. Well done. And so the room for improvement would be proofread. You would have found at least one little mistake. In giving you a list of 3, one level more specific, and sprinkle a few more SAT words. You're definitely smart enough. So, you know, like the words of credibility, it makes me feel like, oh, I'm dealing with a college student. As opposed to the other words, it's like, oh, I'm dealing with a high school student. You want to sound almost, you get it? All right, so there's that.
So how many grammatical errors do they take without knocking?
No, that's a really good question, and there's no rule. There's no rule. It's like a judgment thing. You know what I mean? It's like how many dumbass things does a guy have to say before you cross him off the list? Depends how cute he is. Depends how much money he makes. It depends on a lot of, but it always the answer is depends. So, like they see one, it's like spelling. Technically, they're not supposed to take off or something. But come on, if they see 3 spelling errors per paragraph, they're going to be like, I'm sorry, I'm taking off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just poisoning me against you. So if they see, I've never known anyone, myself included, to not one time make the mistake of ITS, IT product. You're writing quick. I sometimes do it. I get pounced on because I'm Mr. Grammar Police. Like, you used the But this is a case where you're being tested. Let's save the time to proofread. Okay? Any other questions about writing? Frankly, I think this is easier than the new ACT, which
I think it's easier too. I think it's easier.
The new ACT is hard. Hey, did anyone else take the ACT and get the results? How did we do?
Oh, the SAT.
No, the ACT in February. How'd you do? Did you go up?
I got like a 27 or 8 on the overall.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, dude. That was the first time you took it, right?
Yeah.
So you took the right class. What was the essay topic? Do you remember?
It was should sports be allowed in schools, and some of the arguments were that it said that it distracts you from academics, or that it helps.
That is. But listen though, honey, it's not like you get to choose what to say, because you're like, of course we should do sports, right? That's not your choice. Now you get 3 perspectives. One is a guy who says, of course we should do sports. It teaches the most important values in life. If you can say, no, the con is no sports detract from our important time on.
Another guy says like.
And then a poet who smokes weed who's like, sports are cool, but they help us define what it means to be human. Or and you're like, what? Was it?
Yeah.
Is there anything about like injuries and stuff?
No.
That would be a con. But the risks in everything. I guess you could give yourself a concussion standing up too fast. All right. See you till Tuesday. All right. Any other questions about the essay? All right. That was good. If any of you guys want to write one for Tuesday, I'll do a live on the spot critique.
Like the ones we do in English
It's just like it, right? That's all. Faith is good. But I'm sure you won't get, this is not to blow my own horn, but you can't get the kind of personalized feedback you're going to get from a big public school teacher. You just can't. There's not enough time. Whereas right around this table of 10, you can. I mean, I can bang out
Want to
10.
know what you've been
Mr.
doing in
loves
English
that.
class
Yeah.
last week? Going on Khan Academy
And studying the SATs.
Oh, isn't that nice? Nice to the teacher, nice to you. He's a lazy teacher.
Yeah, he totally is.
Right, because honestly, you could assign that for homework.
Mr.
Right, why
So
Mandy had a dinosaur teacher at Hall who literally the entire course right before he I'm not exaggerating, every course, every day was a movie. Every day. He put in a movie. He's retired, he's like 80 something. I was dating this woman
Mr. Leary?
who had him, I forget his name, who had him, she's my age.
Mr. Leary?
I don't remember.
He's not in his 80s. He's like in his late 60s.
Late 70s.
Yeah, he gave us the answers like in the exact
Is that
order.
Hall?
Okay. But
I can't hear you. What did you say?
I said he said Hall! Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
We gave you the answers to
in the
guess.
exact same order. Be like, answer is number A.
That was
And
scary.
B.
Yeah, and then you just memorize like
And
the
then you memorize
ABCs.
ABC.
Oh my god. So you got 100.
Use the sound.
Alright,
Yeah, even if I got 100.
this is me.
No,
Right?
unnecessary.
Alright guys, here's what I want to do today.
I'm
I
sorry,
want
I
to
don't
start.
like attitude.
We're gonna start with math.
Oh my god.
No,
And then we're gonna move to language and arts just to shake it up.
Which math?
Look, we're gonna do both. We're gonna do
Which
both.
one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the first one. That's a good question. We're in test 3, guys. So, so if you did not have a chance to do it, you still can play. Okay, I believe we're gonna start with section 3, which is on page 596. 595, 594. This is the no calculator 20-minute math. Okay, and Sarah, you're gonna lead the way. But all of you, listen, ask every question that you didn't know how to do. I'll put myself out. I haven't seen any of these, so I'm pretty confident I can get them. Okay,
Number 3.
thank you, Henry. Which of the following is equal to 8 to the 2/3? Okay, so here's the thing that you want to remember. Radicals can be expressed as fractional exponents. Okay, so the square root of x, by the way, I'm going to show this is all in your math notes. Do you have your math packet right in there, Maggie?
Hurry up.
Hey, chill out. I know you're kidding. But here, it's better if you see it typed up. Oh, Maggie, all lovely, huh? Right here, page 9. So it talks about right here, the second to last line. You see that? So the square root of x can be written as x to the 1/2. They're just interchangeable, right? X to the 1/3 is the cube root of x. X to the 1/4, the 4th root of x, right? So watch, just because some of you are looking like, wait, what? So it looks like this, right? The 4th root of x is x to the 1/4. Okay, so it looks like this. You see that? You get that?
But then with D, right?
Okay, now imagine if you take those things and square it. There's a generalized form. Here's the generalized form. The 8th root, not 8, but 8th root of x to the b is x to the a, to the b over a. I should have done it the other way. Let me do it the other way, it'll make more sense. The bth root of x to the a is x to the a over b. So in other words, we're used to x to a numerator. X squared is just x to the 2. X to the 5th, x to the 5, right? X to the 1/5, x to the 1/5 is the 5th root of x. So in general, x to the a over b is the bth root of x to the a. Right? If x to the 1/3 is the cube root of x, and x squared is x squared, then x to the 2/3 is the 3rd root of x squared. It's like putting the two together. If you see it on paper in front of you, it may make sense. If you look on your math notes. Does that make sense? I know when you're all looking at me like, I don't really, you look like it's not clicking. And that's fine. We'll go over it again. Yeah, click.
Basically, he's just saying that means that.
Alright, cool.
It's
A
pretty much
to B over C, so then if you have
So,
square root or something, you just put the B in it.
And then-
yeah, right. Think of it this way. The denominator goes there.
Do this.
I'd much rather clear it from me anyway.
Why can't
I'd
you
just
do
say,
that?
oh, yeah, you want to see that?
Can you see
Like-
it?
like
What? Not really why they told you dirty. Yeah, I know.
It's not the- it's my eyes to the third
Your
root.
face is too
Yeah, like,
small for them.
Yeah. If you, they like close my eyelid and I can't
She
open
looks really good in them.
I know.
it. You're lying to your face.
I'm totally not into it. You don't think she looks good in them? I think
Ready
that's
to
so.
ear move.
Did you just say I'm lying to her face? Look,
Now I'm embarrassed. I don't want to.
they work for you. That's what work for her. You don't think so, Sam?
Yeah, but
You
Sam
can
always
always
danced last night.
everything I do, so it doesn't matter.
Really? All right. So a to the 2/3. The numerator is 2. The denominator is 3. So it's the cube root of a squared, which would be 3.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Next one. Thank you for the question. 6. I'm gonna lose that. I know it. All right.
For some reason, I guess my mouth is off or something.
What is x minus y?
What? Look, I can't hear you.
I guess my mouth is off or something.
All right. I'm just looking to see if there's a quick and easy way. Oftentimes, number 6. Oftentimes, let me just see something. If you subtract, you're gonna get negative x minus y. All right. Yeah,
Wait,
well,
no,
hold on.
no, I didn't.
All right. So oftentimes on these simultaneous equation examples, you either add the two equations or subtract them, and that leads directly to the answer. In other words, if I can solve for x minus y straight up, I really don't care what x is and what y is. I care what x minus y. Right? The example I use is, right, the SAT values this. So if you can pay attention for a second, it's really important that if you can solve for things like x minus y directly, or a plus b directly. Let's say the question was, what is the combined weight of Henry and Dacio? So most math kids would say, Henry, jump up on the scale, write it down, jump off. Dacio, get up on the scale, write it down, and add them up, right? A math kid comes on and says, Dacio, Henry, jump up on the scale. Because I don't really give a shit what you weigh individually. The question is, what do we weigh together? Do you get it? That's what we're going for. So in this case, we can't do it. But if they were asking what is x plus y, watch how valuable this is. Let's subtract the top equation from the bottom one. 3x minus 2x is x. Negative 2y minus negative 3 always plus y equals negative 6 minus negative 14, 8. X plus y is 8. I do it in one step. Often they're looking to see who knows to do that. Now this one I can't do. Does that hurt your eye, Maggie, when you do that?
What do you do?
You're doing weird things with your eyelid, and it was scaring me and also making me sad for you at the same time. Are you injured? You're just playing. Yeah. All right. I used to know those kids in high school or
Do it, do
in
it.
could flip their thing. I used to know a kid. He was
You don't do it,
disgusting.
you don't do
His
it.
name was, I'm not gonna say his name because he still lives in West Hartford. And
Oh
he
my God,
used to
I
be
hate
the
it.
kid that everyone made fun of in second and third grade because he'd bring his
Oh, Sam.
Why?
Right. He would do this thing where he flipped his eyelids like that, and then in the cafeteria he would take 2 string beans and put them totally up his nostrils, and he'd go to the girls because girls were suckers, and he'd go, "Oh, achoo!" And string beans fly out, and he'd have his things up, and everyone would be like, "Ah!" Funny, but that's the least case.
He's kind of good, too.
You're laughing at this.
No, he's from Hall. I forget his name.
All right.
With you.
These things just don't.
Yeah, what's
click.
his name? Yeah, Amir. He used to do it all the
What's
time.
with my time?
Yeah, Amir Gamble.
Yeah.
He's
I
good
just
at
like
right?
bed to go flat. That's all. I don't know.
Who's game?
Extremely.
All right, better. All right, guys. Next question. Oh wait, we're not done with. So what are we gonna do? How do you solve equations? Okay,
Get it.
guys, come on, shit. What we have to do is use linear combinations. Some of you guys learned it as elimination, but you have to solve them simultaneously, right? Did anyone find a faster way to do this? Those you got it right. Here's how I would do it. I would multiply the top one through by 3. I would multiply the bottom one through by 2. Line up the x's. So let's do that. The top one by 3. I'm going to get 6x minus 9y equals negative 52. How about 42?
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
All right, we're done?
Yep.
Okay.
It was that I did it by X, but then I said 3 by 3 was 6, not 9.
Oh, that'll do it every time. All right, here's a note you may want to take. For all simultaneous equations, check your answers. That's a no-brainer. If you had checked your answers, you would have seen. Listen, I'm working with an 8th grader right now. The last 2 lessons, it's just been drill and practice. I'm solving simultaneous equation after simultaneous equation. And I trained him to look for every answer, check, and 1 out of 5, I'll get wrong the first time. Because I'll do something like 3 times 3 is 6. Because I'm thinking I'm adding, I'm human, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, something bright and shiny. And, right? So, but simultaneous equation is one of those rare types of method where you can absolutely know for sure I got that one right. It checked in both equations. All right? And so now I'm good, All right. Next question, please.
7.
Thank you. So, x and f of x. This is right out of the old book. The function f is defined by a polynomial. Okay, all that means is it's not linear. Some values of x and f of x are shown above. Okay, well, actually could be. It's just multiple terms for polynomial. Okay? Which of the following must be a factor of f of x? Any ideas?
Would it be x minus 3?
How'd you get that?
Because isn't a factor just like
Factors are where a function crosses the x-axis. The x-axis, not the y. Oh, so you're, whoops, it's x minus 4. We have the right thinking. Watch, here's the thing to do. Let's graph it. Let's graph it. How long would it take to graph 5 points? Like, not long at all. Right? And just sometimes visually helps, right? So 0, 3, y-intercept. 2, 1 is approximately there. 4, 0 is there. 5, look. I think it's a line or something like a line, and it looks like that. And this helps me a lot because I'm thinking, what's the factors? The factors of any polynomial are the points at which it crosses the x-axis. So this crosses the x-axis at 4. So why is it x minus 4? X minus 4 is the factor that yields the root or solution or 0 x equals positive 4. Does everyone get that? Faith, are you even here?
Oh, it's a negative. Like this.
Should I be honest with you and say what were we just talking about? Do you? All right.
I just
At least I care about you. I want you to do well. Good. That's a good answer. Okay, so we get number 7. Sarah, you get it?
Yeah.
Next.
Wait. Equals 0, then like, you know how you like
Let me show you one other thing, just to make sure, because this will help you in math class too. If you have this cubic, I have x minus 1, x plus 2, x minus 4. Are those factors or are those zeros? Are those solutions or factors?
solution.
No.
The fact-
Yes, they're factors.
This-
What are the solutions?
X plus 1.
Well, not x plus 1, just
Or X equals
X
1.
the solution to the value of x that make this true. There's 3 of them. 1, -2, and 4. Now it's basically semantic. You get the math, it's just negative learn the labels, right? These are factors, and here's how you'll never ever make a mistake again. If I were doing a quadratic, watch this. X squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. That's a basic quadratic. And I'd factor that into x minus 3 times x plus 2, and then we get x equals 3. Now if I ask you the question, there's no way you'd miss it, right? In this line, what are these factors or solutions, Henry?
Factors.
Yeah, they're factors because the solutions are there. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So the solutions are what x equals, right? And the factors are when you multiply them together. So that's why when it says, if you know the solution, which is the zeros, is 4, 0. If you know the solution is x equals 4, the factor that leads to x minus 1. Next question. I like this test. It's more. I like it as an educator. I wouldn't like it as a student. Although I was a high achiever in high school. I was always taught, and I think this is true, the harder the test, the more it favors the smart kids. The kids
That's
I
why
shouldn't
I
say
decided
smart,
the
not
one
that
that-
smart, just worked hard.
Okay, you know the one that we're taking at school.
Yeah.
I think because they're making everybody take it, they're gonna people are gonna do less well, which makes your scores go up. So I think
Absolutely agree.
because if everybody's taking it,
I absolutely agree. And that would be even more true in dumb shit state than Connecticut. I mean,
No,
to be honest,
okay,
everyone in
yeah.
Connecticut goes to college. Not everyone, but most. You are going to have a few kids in the pool
Okay, if
who are
everyone's
going to
gonna
take it,
like
who are going to go, they're going to help.
So you can't be a
Hopefully they'll
farmer
be
in
getting
Connecticut.
stoned before school.
Well, and I
You can't be a farmer in Connecticut.
Yeah, that's a problem. Well, not that,
And you can't be homeless in Connecticut too. It's too cold.
yeah, there are plenty of homeless in Connecticut.
yeah, but you don't want to
Newsflash, it is too cold, but-
I would do.
I mean, compared to Florida.
Yeah, I would rather be homeless in Florida.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
You
I'd
can't
rather
get
be in
it.
Florida, period. I
Yeah.
mean, although it's really flat.
And it's a lot of like.
So many, there's a lot.
I'd rather be in California.
There's a lot of old people. I'm definitely
Or
gonna be the hell out of here as soon as
Australia.
I'm right in the bubble. I'm out. I mean, I don't need it's cold. But why? Why? I like the ocean and I like beach babes. I like the beach.
I kinda like the cold.
What?
I like the cold.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you ski?
No.
Interesting. You
I
like
like
the
New
cold. You like New England? Yeah. A lot of people like the change of the seasons. That's what my dad says. There's nothing prettier than
It
the
just
fall
puts
and
me in a
spring
better mood. Like,
to be in the sunshine.
yeah.
Totally agree. Too many
yeah.
days in a row of dark, and I'm
I'm
like,
like, yeah, I'm like movies and
all right, moving on. Next question.
Well,
Thank you.
Christmas.
Okay, what are the solutions to number 12? I'm just asking. Let's see, what are the solutions? If they had 0 equals a times x minus 2 x plus 4.
But you have to find it.
Yeah, it would be a2 and -4. But anyway, in the quadratic equation above, a is a non-zero constant.
No, wouldn't a equal 0, so you couldn't do it?
Well, we don't know.
You don't
Well, in my example, yes. But here it's y equals, not 0 equals. And we don't know what a is, even if it said 0 equals, right? So here, the graph of the equation in the xy plane is a parabola with a vertex at CD. That's helpful. Which the line is equal to D. Okay. Do you understand This is harder test. Holy shit!
I don't understand the question. Like, I don't
Yes, I do. All right, watch. I will show you. So they're saying, all right, guys. I really should hook this thing up. I'm sorry, but
Can you?
no, it'll take so long to hook it up. By the time I get it working,
Do it.
it's not. No, do it.
No, it will help.
If I could see it, it'll be better.
All right.
Yeah.
You convinced me. Where's the stylus? Did I lose it? Oh, thank you. All right, now all I need, this is always a hassle, getting a cord long enough to go in the back of this. And Sam, you and I are going to switch spots because it's on that. The port is on that side. All right.
Bye, Sam. I'll miss you.
I won't. What's that? I see you guys have a lovely thing. All right.
You know, me and Sam are neighbors. She did drive me to school when we both like
And he put his earphones.
we talked. Sam.
She tried to talk, but I said he was not listening.
Yeah,
Did you really? That's fucking embarrassing.
Cause like something happened. I was like, oh my god, you just see that? And I just realized your headphones were
I
not.
have an extension cord. It's USB
I think
cord.
yeah, they don't hang out anyways.
All right.
you see it, neighbors.
This chair is so comfortable.
I know you get the daddy chair. Shit. That's all right.
You guys know Jack Cabo?
Who?
Jack Cabo. He's across. He's crushing. Yeah, I know.
All right. Here we go.
I think she's lying.
What's going on? Did I
No, I did.
stop the video
You
again?
lost. Yeah.
Did I?
It's still going on.
Oh, so what is this?
He's a freshman.
I don't know,
He's
it's
across.
probably.
This year? What's his name?
Yeah.
Jack Cabo.
Kiva?
Sam probably knows it's Jack Cabo.
Is he like real? Is he really
All right, here we go.
Right?
Yeah.
Please work for me.
I know who he is.
Sometimes this is a pain.
I called one of my.
That was effective.
Nice shot.
You were the one who asked again.
All right.
You did today. Can you stop? I'm trying to have a conversation.
You are there. All right.
She's kind of the worst.
Yeah.
It is.
It's interesting to see her around people. All right. See, this has always been a little bit of a problem. Finding chords that it likes. All right, let's see if that works. I seem to remember a little light comes on.
Does it work with your finger?
It doesn't. All right, so here's what we do. This is a little trippy. I'm just running you.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
All right.
It's a video.
Now,
Mike, can we replay the tape?
Yeah, we put it. I
You
wanna
did
know
it,
this-
Dave.
you need to play what tape?
That Mike is sounding naughty.
Oh, what you do?
can't even see
You
me.
don't do anything naughty.
I know. It's
You're a good girl. Would you do those naughty?
nothing.
I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Replay the tape.
I'm gonna.
I know you can't see me.
What time is it? I don't remember where it is. My big butt was blocking you. All right. Photoshop.
I'm invisible.
All right, cut it out. Let's
We're
get
waiting.
serious work done. All right, here we go.
What is going on?
I'm just loading Photoshop. Give a second.
They're like, Daddy, I don't want that.
Holy how it takes long.
You should have Harry's.
All right, let's put some stuff that I don't need open.
Ow. Oh my god.
That-
One time, yeah.
Okay.
11:30.
All right, we're getting there. This is the new Photoshop. It's very good. Okay. No,
Myself.
This is high tech.
I know.
Did you hear about the rumor?
All right.
No, you and Nate. You told me about it.
You hear about
You
the rumor?
started it.
You hear about the rumor?
Yeah, see?
Your brother actually took
This
me
cord's
and
not
threw
working.
me in the ground.
Yeah, he just.
All right, let me just try another one.
No, man, that's weird. Yeah, he likes to.
Right? Tell me about it.
You're the worst one.
Yeah, it's true. And then people actually say that they're so recent, like they're two minutes, like doing that. Then she also started like,
Please work now on this.
she like told everybody the whole person.
Otherwise, it's with this thing.
Like, it's true. Like,
95.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, that's great.
Like I saw it.
So I'm making good
like,
food.
Sam,
so-
move, I'm daring you.
Oh,
Let's do it.
You
You won't do it.
I'll dare you. What?
Here, your eyes are better than mine. We try and get that in there.
No, do it.
And I think like a
I'll
little
dare you
blue
to do
light
it.
comes on.
You know, I saw you.
It's not easy.
It's in, but it's not.
It's not like totally in, right?
hanging out.
Is it the right way? Yeah. So what the hell? Oh wait, I think it's in.
Dave Maloney.
Oh, you
check it out.
She used to be my neighbor.
Like a little blue light goes on the other side.
Yeah,
I think.
they always go to Westward.
I haven't used it in a while.
I don't know why.
I think this light comes on when it sees it feels a connection.
Alyssa.
Nothing.
What's up, Ty?
Alright, you know what? Bear with me. I promise I'll get this working for next time. I don't take any more time because it's already been too much. Watch, let me show you how to do this one. Which one are we talking about?
12.
Thank you. Alright, yeah, this is 5 minutes.
596.
Okay, so watch.
600.
Alright, guys.
Ew.
So we're doing number 12.
Ew.
Alright, so look, it's a quadratic equation. It tells me that it's an upside down one, and the vertex is CD. So if I add, we know that it goes through the points 2 and -4. So let's graph
Wait,
this.
how do I know?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
I don't see it. Oh, you're not doing that?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I can't because I'll get it fixed next time. The cord isn't connecting it. I don't know. There's a lot of technology.
That makes me sad.
That makes me sadder.
Oh, or were you gonna
No,
show
I'm going to show you how. Alright. So look at the parabola. We know it as a vertex at CD. It goes through 2 and -4.
I got it, I think so.
Well, I'm still going to do it. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know that the axis of symmetry is halfway between that. What's halfway between 2 and -4? -1. Good, everybody. All right. So I already know C is -1. See how I do?
Yeah.
So this point is CD. It's also -1D. Now I know, do you understand this? The vertex of any parabola, they work for you. The vertex of any parabola, okay, this is really valuable, is -b/2a, which is the axis of symmetry, comma, this is going to freak you out, but then f of -b/2a. That, believe it or not, is the vertex.
So you just plug it
You just plug it in. So in other words, yes, that's what you do. And she's like, what the hell? Could you talk English, please? Watch this. For every parabola, stop being naughty. For every parabola, if you plug in this C into the f of x, you will get out this D. And this the C, the axis of symmetry, is -b/2a. Listen, I love you, but I'm gonna kick you out.
Kick her out.
You're just you hasn't been so off time.
That was one time.
You have to put you in time.
It was on.
All right.
I'm going after this.
Why you have to leave so early? You can eat in an hour, Sam.
I can't. But my sister.
Oh, how old? Where are your parents?
I don't know.
You don't have to answer that. Like none of your
You
freaking
have to
business,
answer
Mr.
that.
Nosy. But like,
They're like somewhere not.
all right, watch the tape. We're gonna put an assignment on there. We're gonna tell you what to wear to the next class, so you're gonna have to watch it. It won't be a problem. Not do that to him. Henry will figure something out. We're gonna have one. He's gonna assign you some way to know for us to test it, and it'll be all right. Anyway, guys, so we know now there's 2 ways to find the axis of symmetry for any parabola. Seriously, one is the equation is x equals -b/2a. What's this -b/2a? It's the same a, b, and c from ax squared plus bx plus c. It's the same a, b, and c that you use in the quadratic formula. However, there's an easier way. Do you understand the axis of symmetry? Think about the words, axis of symmetry. It's symmetrical. So we can take any 2 points on the same horizontal line and average them. That's how I came up with -1. I don't know what the equation of this bad boy is, but I knew this was, I'm going to put in the points. It's -4, How did I know that? From the lesson we just had on factors and zeros, right? Look at the equation. It says x minus 2, x plus 4. So I know 2 of the zeros are -4, 0, and 2, 0. What's the average? What's halfway, right? If I look at that line, halfway is -1. If I knew what these 2 were, halfway would be -1. So there's 2 ways to find that symmetry, -b/2a, or averaging any 2 points along the same horizontal line. Okay? So now that I know C is -1, now what do?
plug it in, and then you get -2.
So what do I plug it in for? Oh, plug it in for x, of course. So if I plug it in for x, I get -1 minus 2 is -3. -1 plus 4 is +3. So I get y equals -9a. Bam! Is that right? How do you like that? No muss, no fuss. 3 more problems and then go. 3 more. Just we're finishing this section. What about 13, 14, 15? No, come on. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Never mind. Stay for like 1 more problem. Thanks, Sam. Are you going Northeastern?
No.
It's a killer school. Do you know it was the most applied to school this year?
There was.
Yeah.
Is it? Your
It's
girlfriend
mad
there?
popular right now.
Is your girlfriend
When I
there?
was going to college, yes, you got it. When I was going to college, it was everyone's safety school.
My eyes.
Now it's like it's gone way up the rankings in the last 30 years.
She goes here. She goes here. I don't know. Because all the people saw it.
Mine's my girl.
Henry-
Sam just thinks he's got her. No.
It's all you.
What? That's on tape too. You're in big trouble. No, I'm kidding. Not really. Don't you dare. He was
In
kidding.
the time.
She's awesome. How do you not love mine in every possible way?
I
Not you.
All right. Hold on.
Any Maya but you.
All right. What are the questions? Come on. Let's keep going. We were doing so well for like a half a second there. What's the next question?
Why is the never mind.
That's why. Because I was trying to screen share. It gets very trippy.
Yeah.
I was screen sharing. You'll see nothing of value. I screen share when I use this. I will have it working for next time. I think there may be a short. Either that or I'm just going to use my iPad. There's supposed to be a way to just. My daughter told me to just use the wall.
Yeah, you're
I could. I have a screen, but I have this nice one.
You
It's
should
better on
invest
here.
in a smart board.
No, I've done that. I have a projector.
You should invest in a smart board.
That's it.
No, this is so expensive.
From the board.
Yeah, all right. You give me 10 grand and I'll
Okay,
invest
do
it.
number 10.
All right, now
10.
it's like 10 grand. Number 10. Wait, really?
10 grand.
Yeah, we're going backwards.
All right. In the xy plane, the parabola.
It's on the same
All right,
page.
come on. With the equation, guys, come on. Y equals x minus 11 squared intersects the line with the equation y equals 25 at 2 points. Okay. All right, come on. All right. Listen. This is why we need some basic math skills. Every equation, y equals a number, looks like what? Y equals a number. Y equals 5. Y equals 4. Y equals 10. Y equals 25. They all have one in common. What do they look like? Yes. Say it out loud. Yeah, they're all horizontal lines. All vertical lines look like what?
I do that.
What?
I do that.
You do that. All vertical lines look like x equals a number. Okay. So they tell me there's Joe Schmo parabola and it intersects a line y equals 25 at 2 points. Why is that? Why did I get all these crazy looks from smart kids like Liv?
25. This.
Yes. I mean, are you kidding?
No, but
So
the-
imagine this is 25. There are my 2 points. I mean,
Wait, so it's plus.
so let's do this. I don't know. I'm not saying the problem is easy. I'm just saying what I read so far. I haven't gotten to anything hard. It intersects the line of the equation. What is the length of it? Okay, so here's how you do it. You obviously have to figure out what my x values are, and then then subtract. Right? So in other words, if the x values are 0 and 10, the distance is 10. If the x's are -2 and 5, the distance is 7. All right. How do we find what the x values are? That's easy. The way you solve any 2 equations simultaneously, the way you find the points of intersection of any 2 graphs is solve them simultaneously. So I want to solve a horizontal line and a parabola. They give me the equation of the horizontal line. All I have to do is plug in 25 for y, find what the 2 x's are, and subtract them.
Oh, I got that.
So we can do it in our heads then. So put in 25 for x. 25 minus 11, 14. 14 squared, 196, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wait, 25 minus 11. Wait, you said plug it in for y.
Wait.
Right?
Oh, right, my bad. I was going to say it's an ugly number. So 25, okay. That's much better. Take the square root of both sides. We get plus or minus 5. Don't forget, you get plus or minus 5. So x equals 11 is plus or minus 5. So -5 plus 11 is 6. And 5 plus 11 is 16. The difference between 6 and 16 is 10. I get A. You see that?
Yeah, I got that more than most of the steps.
Every people are getting this?
It's to the answer 60.
What?
Yes, to the answer 60. Well, no, to the length.
No, so long as it's 10. Look, because you get 6 and 16 are the 2 x values.
But you got the
What's-
same answer. I just fill it out.
Yeah, you would open just take one of it. Enjoy dinner.
What's the dinner?
Chez Lafonte.
Pasta.
Pasta. That's a dinner fit for champions. That's what pasta.
Alright, so.
It's all in the sauce.
What time is it on Wednesday? Or Tuesday?
Tuesday will be over. I think 6 to 8 also, right? Is it 6 to 8,
6
guys?
to 8?
Let's see. Here, hold on. Before you
I
go,
haven't done any.
I'll tell you.
Class on Tuesday.
Here,
Yeah.
Wednesday it is.
Because like you should know that. I didn't know that.
Yep, 6 to 8. Okay.
I'm gonna go take it when it's
All right.
done.
6 to 8. 6 to 8. See you then. We're cutting out early. My pleasure, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
All right.
Bye,
Next question. Next question. Next question.
See you tomorrow. Oh wait, so then you do, so it's x equals 16
Did
and
that.
6?
Brains everywhere.
Had brains everywhere. So that right out of that 40
Yeah,
over.
so the difference between
Okay. Okay.
We should watch that at our movie night. Did you see that movie yet?
40-year-old version.
Yeah,
That's a great movie.
it's a great movie.
Kelly
My
wants
favorite is Seth Rogen. Is that his name at the very beginning?
Paul Rudd's the
The
funniest
dude.
guy
It's
ever.
from
I thought it'd be great.
It's the
But
funniest thing, the whole thing. He
horse.
did his chest wax. He goes, Kelly watch it. It's funny. You know, 40-year-old virgin.
yeah, which one? Who? What? What scene? I missed it.
Yeah, when he's getting
Oh.
his chest wax.
Oh yes, yeah. I heard that they did that for real, and that's
Yeah,
why I
they
was.
did, and it's
yeah.
bleeding.
No, my favorite was the actor, the black dude. I forget his name. And he was like, use your peripherals, don't look, use your peripherals. He's at the party and he's like, there's a hottie at like 3 o'clock and don't look, use your peripherals, man, use your peripherals. I guess it would be I guess it's only me. Anyway, it's true, we gotta scope you out without letting you know we're scoping. No, because then I'll lose another movie. All right, come on. Come on, everyone's it's not you.
Yeah.
Just help me get order in the court here. All right, next question. I've never had a problem with classroom
13,
management
14,
until this group.
15, 16, 17.
All right, let's do them, Liv. Help me keep people chill, especially you.
Me?
No, Liv, help me. What number? What's the next number?
13.
Thank you, 13.
Do you have chest?
Faith, did you get this one? Did you try this one? Oh, this looks scary to me.
Your hair looks like.
All right, the equation, blah equals blah,
It's equivalent.
is true for all values except a equals 2 over a. Why can't x equal 2 over a? Great, Liv, I'm answering your question, you're not even paying attention.
It can't because then it would be undefined.
Did Dylan win?
Yeah, you're right.
It would be undefined.
Yeah, you got gold.
What?
Dylan, you got gold.
Oh my god, after he had a mad fall.
You
the
want to
other
see
day.
his Instagram story?
Wait, do you want to see a mad fall he took the other day? Oh, this is crazy, we're not getting enough done.
Who's Dylan?
Dylan Udall is one of my students. Wait, did Dylan win? I don't know, did he? I don't know. This is his mom.
No.
Did he?
No, because look on his like.
What competition did
He
he
didn't
win?
post, he doesn't have a face live.
Dylan, you don't have Instagram.
What? Oh, Instagram.
Bringing home the gold, time to get out of this country. Peace out, Canada.
Yeah, he's amazing. Wait, he sent me this. You're not gonna believe it.
He said you did.
He sent me. He's one of
Are
my.
you
I love Dylan. Wait, where?
what?
Yeah.
How do you know
Listen.
this guy?
I grew up with his dad. I'm very close to the family.
You're close to the family.
Yeah. All right, ready? He sent me this. This is. I'm just if you're sheepish, don't watch. This is him up here, and you'll see how intense he is. And he
No, he's
took
like
a
wicked good.
mad fall and planted his face. I mean, he's ridiculous. He's the number one snowboarder in the country. He's on the U.S. snowboarding team.
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's
16.
16.
Isn't he?
He's 17.
He's
17.
17.
Yeah, and he's going to Northeastern. Early accept.
Maya, you should date him.
Okay, Joe.
Or Maya, I actually
It
should.
would be a very welcoming merger. All right, ready? Watch this. That's him right there. Oh, bam! Oh, did you see that? He said he was in so much pain. He like crushed his back. He was here the next day.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't. All right. I guess I can't. Anyway, you saw it. Yeah.
Someone said, "Oh boy."
Yeah. That's not. And then he
Do you
took.
have any
And then
other-
he took the gold. That was a practice run. And then he took the gold today.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's right here.
Does he go to call? Okay.
He goes to camp. I have pictures on College Traffic Chef's Facebook of him, like literally leaning into a turn where he's almost horizontal.
Do you have any videos of him actually doing cool things?
No, but I have a video. I have a video of your sister doing cool
Who's that
things.
selfie with?
What is that?
You guys showed you. Have you guys seen that one? And her sister,
No.
who was a great gymnast.
No, show it now.
I'll show it right now.
She's gonna-
And then the rest of the time, can we please do work? This is
Yeah.
horrible. All right, but I will show you this because this is very cool. More videos in this one. They can't nail me on because I made it. Here, it's under one of these things.
Matrices?
Here, results. But that's what I want. Video testimonials. This is one of the first video testimonials ever. It's so cute. I've shown this to you before, Mona.
Yeah.
Where is it? All right, ready? This is
It's
it.
really embarrassing.
Who is this?
This is her
Are you
sister.
really gonna
Yeah.
Oh, she looks
Ready?
so young.
I know. Now she's like a total grown up. Okay, watch.
Why is it upside down?
You'll see. She was a
Hi,
gymnast.
I'm Mike Yeomans, founder and director of College Prep
Intros on all
Express,
of them.
the fastest route to admission.
One of my things.
I went up 180 points with College Prep Express.
She cracked me up. Now wait. Right in there. She's a gymnast.
Hi, my name's Dana, and I went up 180 points from College Prep Express.
Why is that weird? Totally Dana. You know Dana. She's so into like gymnasts. She was a very competitive gymnast. I don't know if she won any gold stuff, but she was very good, right?
Yeah.
All right. Back to math. Now you guys promised we'd work hard the rest of class. Let's do it. Next question. Oh wait, I was working on this. So
13.
yeah. All right. So x can't be 2 right because it would make it denominator 0. My point, Maggie Murray, is that a lot of times students get intimidated when they see this stuff and they're like, wait, x doesn't equal 2 right? What the hell is all this? They're just being good little math geeks and saying, we know that you can't divide a fraction by 0. So we're letting you know we get that x can't be 2 right. It has nothing to do with the problem beyond that. Okay. What is the value of a? Okay. Holy heck.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, I could do it. It would take a long time. So you know how I'm going to do it?
Skip it.
No, I'm going to plug in the answers and see which one works. And I'm going to tell you right now, I bet you the answer is negative 16 and positive 16, just using psychology. Am I right? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I could be wrong. Who's correcting this task? Shoot me in the head. I thought you guys were good workers, and Maggie does.
Maggie has it. She's not looking at it.
Come on.
Thank you, Sylvia.
You guys were like supposed to be like the smart, high-achieving
No,
kind of
yeah,
group.
I just marked
I got
it.
kind of groups that blow you guys out of the water. I'm just saying. Turns out hard working. You're lovely. I'm just being honest. You guys aren't working out.
It's B.
All right, so that's fine. All right. Anyway, well, because I'm thinking 16 and negative 16. All right, here's how you do it.
It's brand negative.
Let's do this 2 ways. Yeah. I guess let's just frickin' we're season 2. What a frickin' pain.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I was gonna say it's either negative 16 or 16 because there's 2 of them. But I didn't see the other choices are negative 3 and 3. Could have been those. All right. So I'm just trying to think which is a better way to do. Multiply through by ax minus 2 or plug in answers. Any preferences? Let's pretend we didn't know the plug in answers trick. Let's multiply through by ax minus 2. Why would I do that? It's going to clear fractions. So my first line is going to be 24 x squared plus 25x minus 47 equals. I'm multiplying everything through by ax minus 2.
Yeah, so what's your first one?
So it's the numerator, 24x squared plus 25x minus 47 equals 8x minus 3 in parentheses times ax minus 2. And then minus 53. Right? Now I can work with that, and we're going to solve this for a. Does everyone get that?
Nope.
Right? All right. So I'm gonna start with A. So first thing I have to do is I'm gonna multiply the FOIL out this thing. Does anyone do that? So I'm gonna get negative 8ax squared. Yeah, this is the way to do it. Negative 8ax squared. The outers are gonna be plus 16x. The inners are negative 3ax minus 53. So on the right hand side, all I did was I FOILed out the binomial times the binomial. I'm going to copy down the left hand side in a second. Yeah, it'll be much better with the screen thing working. I apologize for that. I'll sit down there right along. I used to teach them all the time. And then I used to have much smaller classes, and when you have 3 or 4, it's so much easier using the
Wait,
paper.
why would you multiply ax minus 2 to that? How does that help? Like,
Because ultimately you have to solve for A.
yeah, but why can't you do that? Ax minus 2, you can multiply by negative.
Actually, well, no, because I have to. Because A is 10 to the x.
What happens to the 8x minus 3?
I FOILed it out.
Oh, okay.
Watch, I think it's going to work out. So now I know, yes, see, check this out. This equals 24x squared. So I can, look at this. I'm done now. Because the x squared term is 24, right? On both sides. This is negative 8x. What does A have to be to multiply by negative 8 to get to 24? It has to be negative 3.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. That's Sheldon Cooper's word.
Yep.
I love Sheldon. I was a Sheldon wannabe. I wanted to be that smart. I had a friend who was. He's a professor at Caltech now. He really was that smart, only he wasn't high himself like Sheldon. That's part of Sheldon's charm. He says such funny things. I saw the episode last night where he created a virtual presence. Did you see that one? He created a little robot with his picture on it. And he met Wozniak, his virtual presence. It was so funny. You know, who's one of the founders of Apple. It's like, oh my God! Right? The Wizard of Wozniak, or whatever he said, he had some nickname for. And he goes, I still have an Apple II computer from like 1984 or whatever, 82. And he's like, too bad you weren't here because I would have signed it for you. And he goes, wait a second, he goes running out. The whole episode, he didn't want to be out of his house. Anyway, so you solve a lot of these hairy looking ones by, I like to say by inspection. You line it up. You know your x squareds have to be both on the same on both sides. So you know 24 has to line up with negative 8. The other way to do it is to plug in answers. Well, I think that's just as hard. I don't think that saves us anything in a problem of this level of difficulty. Let's move on. What about 14?
Yeah, you can do that one too.
All right. What are the solutions to this? I mean, are you kidding, sweetie? I don't mean to embarrass you, but like this is like a straight up.
Yeah, but when I did it, I got a different answer.
All right.
But I knew I
What's the
would do
first move? And what you have to do is use the quadratic formula most. Like, what's the first move whenever you're solving any kind of equation? What? Even before that. That's what you do. Divide through by a greatest common factor, which in this case is 3. Why not? It equals 0. So I can work with a much simpler equation. I can work with x squared plus 4x plus 2. Oh, isn't that much prettier? It is. And now I can see that's not going to factor, right? Because the factors of 2, namely 2 and 1, can add up to 4. So I'm going to pull out my x equals negative b plus 1 squared of b squared minus 4ac all over 2x. So x equals negative b, which is negative 4. Plus or minus the square root of b squared is 16 minus 4ac, which is 8, all over 2a, which is 2. So I get negative 4 plus or minus root 8, which is 2 root 2 over 2. So I get negative 2 plus or minus root 2, which is a. Yes, Liv?
Yep.
There's the work. Anyone wants to see it? Does that make sense? If you can read my handwriting. Henry? There it is. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
You get it? Yeah. All right, good. All right, everyone else?
You just plug it into the quadratic.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Good man. What else? What are the math questions? Maggie asked one. It doesn't, we can go into the grid ends. Remember, please, what I told you about level of difficulty. that right before the griddings, they rise to the hardest ones. Then they reset the difficulty back to 0.
Can you repeat that?
So the level of difficulty goes from easy to hard for the multiple choice questions. Then it resets at easy for the first. Right, if you look at the first gridding, right, it's much easier. What's one possible solution to the equation above? The square root of 5, right? How do you grid in a square root? Oh wait, not necessarily, sorry. I did that too fast. But it's still a much easier problem than the ones we're doing. I thought it equaled 0. So what if you got an answer to the square root of 5 in the grid in section? Can you grid in? No, you can't, so that's actually included the answers. All right, what other questions do you want me to do?
Can we just try?
I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I think so. Let's try. In triangle ABC, the measure B is 90. Love it. Right triangles are the easiest ones to work with. What pops into your head with a right triangle, every right triangle? The first thing. Okay, that's the second thing that's good to pop in here. The two special triangles, 36, 90, 45, 1. The first thing, because it's more common, is your Greek friend, Pythagoras. The Pythagorean theorem is the most common. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You just want to have that in the front of your mind, right? Because so many questions, that helps. It's a tool. So, you know, all right. In triangle ABC, B is 90. Okay, let's draw it. So B is the right angle. So these are A, these are C. Now they're telling me BC. 16 BC is not 16 BC is the Eagles. I went there. Sorry. Terrible. AC is 20. Okay. Oh, speaking of Pythagoras. No. Let's see. Yeah. This is a Pythagorean triple. We're at Pythagorean triples. Who's studying the math notes? No one. Please study the freaking math notes. You remember the first class? I say every time I give the math notes to class, and I said, these are the keys to the kingdom. They really are. Like, this is what you need to master this test. Like, do you get that? Like, yep, I get it. And I'm like, I tell this to every class. And I'm like, then they never look at them. There are Pythagorean triples. There's 4. Only 3 you really need to know. 3, 4, 5. 5, 12, 13. 8, 15, 17. 7, 24, 25. Now, do you have to memorize them? No, because you can use your calculator. But see, this is why you want to memorize. I can look at that. Admittedly, I'm a math teacher, so okay. But still, I say, hey, that's 4 times 4. That's 5 times 4. This must be 3 times 4. I don't need to get this is 12. Now, I could take out my calculator and go 20 squared minus 16 squared and take the square root. I promise you, you're going to get 12. This is a 3, 4, 5 times 4. All right? This is what I'm telling you. It's good to know the Pythagorean theorem. All right, so we have a 12, 16, 20 triangle, which is simply a 3, 4, 5 times 4. Now what? Triangle DEF is similar to triangle ABC, where vertices DEF correspond to vertices of each side of the triangle. All right, so it's similar, and you do have to get the letters right. So D, E, and F correspond to A, B, and C. So D goes where A was, E goes where B was, F goes where C was. Right? And you have to draw them in that order.
Wait, question?
Yeah.
Is it saying what is the value of sine F? If there
Of the sine of F.
yeah, so then it doesn't matter. You don't need to solve it, right? You don't need to solve the small one because wouldn't it be the same proportion on the small one as the big one?
Come on. Who said you have to solve it? You still have to know. So, actually, you wouldn't have to know
Yeah.
the 12. You're right. I'm just saying, but it's good to know that for maybe another problem. You're absolutely right. So, if we want to find, but you're actually wrong because the sine of F, sine, socato, opposite.
Opposite.
So we do need.
No, I get that. But it's 12.
All right.
But I'm saying that you don't need to find what DEF would be.
Remember, we have to find what 12 was. Then we take a third of 12.
But don't you technically not have to take a third of it? So
No, you have to get it. Oh, I see what you're saying because the proportion's the same. You are a smart kid. Hells yeah.
So it'll just be 12 over 20.
Yes. Tricky bastards. I fell right into that trap. But you're right. And 12 over 20 reduces to 3/5. Is that the right answer? Well, let's see. That makes no sense. Why would they give you
Star.
each side is 1/3? Dude, I'm thinking is it 3 to 5? Can someone verify?
Do you have my water bottle?
Excuse
Do
me?
you have my water
I do. You know why I had your
She
water
tries
bottle?
to steal my water bottle.
Because you left it here.
Yeah.
So drop everything and go get it right now?
No, it's just one term member.
Remind me right after class.
Yeah, 3/5.
Dude, I'm impressed with you. That's how you do it. That's great. All right, next question. Now is the hardest question in the test. All right, before we do math.
They would ask you to do that.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah, why would they give you all that 1/3 bullshit? That's the smoke and mirrors. That is the College Board, trick question. ACTs don't play that game. All right, but we're gonna do more math tonight. But I want to do language first. I cannot believe you understand that. My bad. But that's all right. We're going to move forward to move backwards to section 2. How many of you guys actually did section 2? Be honest. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Henry. Anyone else do section 2? As well. All right, we have enough that it makes sense. And even if you didn't do it, you'll get something out of it. Patrick, I want you to remember, if you can, send me your ACT breakdown and just like to put that in your file.
Yeah, okay.
And that way it can best advise you moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sure
good.
I got in the writing though, yeah.
Yeah, they
just
just take a while. It's not that important. Okay. All right, I'm on page 578.
Okay.
Let's go.
5.
Are you raising your hand or getting someone's attention?
What?
Hey, no throwing projectiles at the.
See that?
Can you write that?
I can grab it.
I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, those pens are so old they break all the time. It's
Okay,
not
I'm gonna
good.
have to go with
No,
that.
those are like literally from Berkshire, when the business was Berkshire Tudor. That goes back to like the early 2000s. All right, number 5, you said, Liv?
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like I thought it should be R, but I guess it's right. Any other health problems? These alignments.
Okay.
I thought they're talking about these alignments, and then they should be R.
Like any other health problems, these ailments can increase employee absenteeism, which in turn, absenteeism is a singular verb. It's the absenteeism, which in turn is costly, right? It's clearly singular. So you have 2 singular choices, is or is being, and so it just is. You wouldn't say is being costly, just is costly. Do you get it? The subject of the verb is absenteeism.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, the subject of the verb is the pronoun which. Which, then you have to say, well, what's its antecedent? What's the place of absenteeism, which is singular. Okay. Which can be singular plural. I say these 3 glasses which are on the table. This 1 glass which is on the table, right, which takes on the singularity or pluralness of its antecedent. Okay, what the F, man? You are not going to cut your hair, my dear. Put down the weapon. Faith will be like,
You missed it. She was doing it all class.
Wait, what? Keisha would kill me.
I was.
What are you letting my daughter do in your house? I didn't tell her she could do that.
We should cut her hair.
I know, let's cut her hair.
Oh.
Chop it off. No, don't shave her hair.
Yeah,
What? She needs to shave it?
Shave her hair.
Shave it completely?
I would do that.
I was thinking of doing that.
It's
It
edgy.
wasn't something that
Me
really
too.
was.
I'm doing
And my
it at
girlfriend
school.
said, you don't have a good face for that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the 3rd pen tonight.
Yeah, because they're not free. Well, they're to you, but not to me. All right, let's do some problems. Come on, guys. Sarah,
29 and 30.
29 and 30.
Oh, I got both of them too.
Well, these must be hard ones.
I don't know what they were. They're the
All right, let's do them. So let's back up just a little bit. Furthermore, some fruits, particularly those that naturally produce a large amount of ethylene, do not respond well to 1 MCP treatment. Take Bartlett pears, for instance. You'd need a semicolon or a period there. Yeah, it's B. Take pears, for instance, colon, here's why, right? Unless they are treated with exactly the right amount of 1 NCP at exactly the right time, they will remain hard and green until they rot. Lovely. And consumers who experience this are unlikely to purchase them. Okay, so yeah, it's, you know how I know it's got to be B? Because you need independent, to say take Bartlett pairs for instance, and all that's a run-on. It's a comma split, right? So would B. So would C. So would D. So it's gotta be B. And then 30. Let's see. To make this paragraph most logical, sentence 4 should be placed where? Okay, what's sentence 4? But these are the longest ones. These are the ones, by the way, here's the other reason why practice is important. You should, at this point in the class, have a sense of whether you're finishing with plenty of time, whether you're finishing just in the nick of time, whether you still haven't gotten the time done. And if you're struggling with time, this is a good question. This kind of question, where should the sentence be placed, is a good one to hunch, guess, circle, and come back. Because it does take more time. Because like, I'm a test professional. I'm going to have to read the paragraph, to get the logic in the paragraph, then try placing it in 4 different places, see which one makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard. It's just time consuming. Okay, so let's see. So where would sentence 4 go? So sentence 4 is, but some fruits do not respond as well MPC as others did, and some even refer adversely. I think it's going to go after the next sentence, right? Because this just makes sense. Because let's see, you have.
That's not their answer. So
Relax! I'm still grappling with it. You're saying after sentence 1, 1MC3 works by limiting a fruit's production of ethylene, a chemical that causes the fruit to ripen and eventually rot. But some fruits do not respond well, and then the next one will be, only keeps apples tight and crisp. It also limits their scent production. This may not, let's see. Some fruits do not respond well, and others do. And some even respond adversely. I don't know, man. I guess why it can be after 1. The problem is then with sentence 2, it's not talking about 2 examples of fruits, one that does well and one that doesn't. It's talking about apples. One has a good effect and the other is not so good, right? It limits the scent production.
it's a tricky question.
It is a tricky question. Again, I think the most helpful thing I can say about it is hunch, guess, circle, come back when you can invest the time and try it in different places. Okay? That wasn't totally satisfactory to me, but there you go. They said the answer was what?
D.
D or B?
B.
B.
I would.
All right.
B.
Yeah.
B.
All right.
B.
Good. So Faith and I both missed it. We'll blame the question.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
What do you mean now?
She's breaking hands out too. It seems to be involved.
No, it's not.
Oh, all right. All right. Have some sugar. Okay. What's next?
What are you doing?
It sounds like things breaking, right?
Oh, now it's a quiet one.
All right, guys. Can someone ask a question? Patrick, you can ask one grammar question tonight. Neither of you, Claire. This is concussion girl. That's okay. You're off the hook.
Yeah, that's okay. 35.
35.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I got the
snap.
round 2. Oh my god.
She just wants sympathy. She wants to get cute boys to carry her books
Actually,
and
that's
stuff.
fine.
All right.
I haven't been in school, so.
Oh, never mind. There goes my theory. All right. 35.
You're actually gonna take that? Don't. Get out of that.
No, don't be
Why?
paper shot.
Why would she take it if she's not?
Would you
Might as
take
well
it?
Because it doesn't count if you don't do well, Faith.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
it's gonna make her sicker.
Are you taking it on Saturday?
I'm pretty sure you get a makeup day.
There's a
if
makeup
you're
day
sick.
in April.
Really? Is there one? Then do that.
Like if you can't
Don't
take
go
it
to
now,
school.
might as well.
Don't go to school the next couple months.
Right, if you can get out of a whole week. And,
Might as well.
I know. Oh my God, that's a candidate. All right, we're doing 35. Is that the one you wanted? 35, someone say?
Let's just do it.
Let's just wait. Sarah asked the question. All right. Oh, Faith did. 35.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what the answer was.
Let's check
Let's
back
see.
in the book.
Oh my God, you really
Oh,
asking
it's
the
a dash.
question?
I'm sorry.
Has to be B. Has to be because dashes come in pairs like parentheses. Gotta be B. You get that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, smart kid. That was a dumb question. No, I'm kidding. But
I don't know just my head up that.
I'm kidding. Don't touch
What
my
were
head.
you
I have a thing about that. Look, it's like it says. There are no stupid questions, but there sure are a lot of inquisitive idiots.
That didn't make it better.
To make it better?
What about that?
That one's my favorite Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. Someone thought it was a good idea to jump out a perfectly good airplane and hold hands. Alright.
Oh wow.
Kind of hilarious.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
no one likes you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
But Dad's cool. And her brother's cool.
Who?
Love Jack.
What happened to you?
Not enough. They, you know what? They dropped her in the head a couple times.
What is it called?
It is a little bit mistake.
Yeah,
Pass the worst star.
Really?
No, 5 stars. I like a buddy.
Alright.
Buddies
They
suck.
told me that if my dad died, they'd be so much more upset
Oh
than
my
if I
God.
died.
God
Oh,
forbid.
absolutely.
You don't even
Sam-
talk about
Sam-
those things in my
Sam's such
religion.
a
You can
big
rot in hell for that.
He should run for mayor. He won.
Alright.
He's the mayor.
You can't talk about your dad.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Guys,
My daughter is so why?
You're very out.
I always make morbid jokes and then anyone in the family is gonna find an airplane. I'm like, and if the plane should crash and what do you know, you've been great parent.
My friend,
Freaks
basically,
them out.
basically everybody in my friend's family's dead, and she makes jokes about it all the time. It's so inappropriate and awful.
Yeah.
Literally all the time. It's so bad.
You know the
She's like,
inappropriate
yeah, you
song
think my
that got
grandparents are in
that
better
one.
shape than your
You know that one?
grandparents?
Inappropriate, that was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Inappropriate, that was not okay.
Oh, that's like
Never
his
heard
dad.
Alright, next farmer question, come on. Maggie Murray, ask one. Margaret. Maggish, thank you. 31? 9.
Nope.
We did that one.
Pick a new one.
Play again. We haven't gone over. She's so not here.
No, we did 20 minutes.
No, we did 20.
No, we did 39.
No, we didn't.
Oh, you're right. I beg your
It's the
pardon.
same time.
To make the paragraph logical,
I got the same one wrong.
okay, do this one. See if you can redeem yourself since you got the last one wrong.
25% chance.
Even if you randomly guesses. Let's go. Can you think out loud so we can learn?
So what are you thinking right now?
How about now?
A beat. I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do it. Let's look at sentence 5.
See.
Sentence 5 says, continue. Now look, here's how you do these questions, whoever asks. Continuing the tradition, that's a clue. Is there a sentence end that ends talking about a tradition where it would make sense that it's a continuing the tradition? Peter's daughter, Ella, whatever, Elizaveta, introduced the best and strongest cats in Russia to the Hermitage. So we want to move this where they're talking about a tradition of donating cats to a hermitage. So let's see. After sentence 1, the State Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, one of Russia's great art museums, has had a long, productive partnership with a much-loved animal, the cat. Continuing the tradition doesn't make sense. Right there. After sentence 3, for centuries, sounding like the beginning of a tradition. For centuries, cats have guarded this famous museum, ridding it of mice, rats, and other rodents that could damage the art, not to mention scare off visitors. Continuing this tradition would make perfect sense there. Peter's daughter, Elizaveta, introduced the best and strongest cats to this museum. So I'm going to go after sentence 3. That's how we do. Next. All right, section 4, please. This is page 602. So this is the math test with the calculator. I'm curious, and you guys are actually better positioned to answer this question than I am, because you've now, at this point, I hope, no offense, I'm going back to here, taking more math tests now. You notice it's almost over.
Karma.
Thank you for laughing at me. I'll try to return the favor.
Didn't we already do? Never mind.
So, do you feel like the math section without the calculator is harder than the math section with the calculator? I have one yes, one no.
Yeah.
Let's vote. Yes, it's harder without the calculator.
My
It's
hands
gonna
up.
be easier with a calculator. Like, just in
I don't
general.
really ask questions that like need a calculator.
What's your dissenting opinion, Sarah?
I think the questions with the calculator are harder.
I actually
Do you think
I
they're
think it
harder?
takes
I
longer.
only got 2 wrong.
per
Do you think, in
problem.
other words, the level difficulty is harder with the calculator because they know you get to use the calculator? Interesting. What do you guys think about that comment? Is that
I disagree with that.
you disagree with it? You think it's the same level of
No, I
difficulty?
think that the
calculator.
Yeah, because I don't think it's like math. It's like logic based. Sort of.
So it's not harder because they're depriving a calculator. It's harder because they're just intrinsically harder to solve.
Complex question.
Huh? And you feel differently. All right. All right. I'll have to
You gotta do
get
it
some
both
more
either
data
way.
points. Break the tie.
Yeah,
All right.
you're so right.
What? What he said? You have to do it. What?
I said you have to do it both either way. So
I know. Right. Good point. All right.
You guys stop flirting.
Who are you flirting with?
No, they're flirting.
No.
They're flirting.
Are they like this at school?
Yeah, it works at school.
Really?
They're such a savage.
It's good to see Faith having so much fun with. She's like all business usually.
No.
You're all business. Me, you're like, I got shit to do.
No.
I try and like get you off topic. She's like, find out something to do.
Yeah, I love
I
going
told you
on.
I was gonna get distracted in this class. I told you, and you're like, no, you won't get distracted in this class. And here I am being distracted.
Totally
In
distracted.
this class.
All right, so from now on, one on
This is
one.
how I do stuff. This is my.
I'm just a distract.
Not you.
It's me.
No, it's not.
You-
I'll,
you
say- I'll
bring it
take
up.
a little bit of blame.
All right.
She just put her answers out.
We do
She takes them out and puts
17
them right
minutes of
back in.
continuous math work. We're gonna kick all the girls out,
Yeah.
except for Sarah. She's in there. Sarah and Claire. No,
In
you
Maya,
two.
I think so.
All right, Maya. I'll kick
And
you
me,
three out.
no, and me, let me say.
No way. No way.
You bring pens.
No way.
Yeah,
You guys are all out.
I'll
You'll have to
buy-
sit on the
I'll
couch
buy
and
you-
wait. All right, come on. Let's see. It's 17
22.
minutes of that.
All right,
Thank you.
ready? 1, 2, 3.
22. Okay, here are the rules. Quick timeout. I'm
Okay.
the other one to. Here are the rules. The first person to say anything that goes off topic loses.
So what do I lose?
The game.
Lost.
She's spot in this
The
class.
game.
You're
You
out.
just lost.
Right. No, I didn't go time in yet, but you're right. All right, ready? 1,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
3. Time in. All right. 17. Someone asked.
Wait, that we just 22. Oh, 22.
Okay, 22. Now don't be scared to say stuff. We still want you to participate. All right, 22. The sum of three numbers is 855. One of the numbers, x, is 50% more than the sum of the other two. Really interesting question. I love this. What's the value of x? Okay, so really good problem-solving strategy includes what we call let statements. You know, I actually had some teachers who literally got let x equal the number of, or whatever. You don't have to actually write let. You can say x equals this, right? So I would do this. It's telling me three numbers add up to 85. So
X plus Y plus Z.
yeah, so let's call the three numbers x, y, and z.
Is it A? No.
So the numbers are x, y, and z, and they're in increasing order, right? So they're in ascending order. So x is the smallest, y is the middlest, z is the biggest. Thank you. So now one of the number. Oh wait, no, we can't do it like that. X is the biggest. They go in descending order. It goes x smaller, smaller. So x is 50% more than some of the other two. So I can write x
How do you
equals
know that?
1. They tell me. They say x is 50% more. So x is.
So then
How do you render 50% more than the sum of the other two? How do you put that into math? Anyone know? Patrick,
1.5x equals y plus z.
not quite. You're almost there. X is 50% more than, so x is 1.5, y plus z. Right? Right? The sum of y and z is 1 times y plus z. 50% more than something, right? Think about that for a second. It's really valuable. What is W? Think about this. Don't shout out the answer. This is a former SAT question. What is W increased by 400% of W? I want everyone to get an answer. And Henry gets the first crack at it. What is W increased by 400%? This is the kind of thinking you have to do on that. Everyone have an answer in mind?
For W.
4?
Are you me?
Now watch. I said W
You're
increased.
For W.
Right, but the question is W increased by 400% of W. 400% of W is 4W. So what is it, Patrick? It's 5W. W increased by 400. Do you get that? Right, that's an important. Right, no. Listen, think of it this way. Let's say I increased the price of something by 100%. So it used to cost $100. What does it cost now? $200. 200 is 100 times 2. Right, when you increase by 100%, you're basically doubling the price. So that's the thing. So think of this: 50% of something is 0.5 of
But
it.
it's also more than 50%. Not 50%.
No, it says the sum. It says no. It's 50% more than, not more than 50% of. That's different. Okay, so I have where do I have it? Here. X equals 1.5.
That's what I saw.
What is the value of x? Oh, well, what do we know? We know, x plus y plus z. Jesus. X, I see what we do. X plus y plus z equals 855. We know that, it's given. So we want to get an equation with just x. So we're going to substitute out y plus z. So y plus z equals 855 minus x, doesn't it? Just literally subtract x from both sides. If x plus y plus z equals 855, then y plus z equals 855 minus x. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I wrote it really shitty, but look, here I am. X plus y plus z equals 855. I'm solving that for y plus z because I want to substitute out y plus z in my main equation. So y plus z is the total minus the x. 855 minus x. So now I'm going to point that in here. So I have x equals 1.5 instead of y plus z. Tonight, the part we played by understudy. 855 minus x. Now if I solve that equation for x, I'll get my answer. Right? Yes, Patrick. You're so polite. From now on, I'm not allowing you to raise your hand. Okay? You just pretend like everybody just shut up. Hey, take care of that head of yours. Are you going because it's just too much for you?
My dad is here.
Oh, well, that's another good reason. Peace out.
I'm not allowed to drive anymore.
All right. Take care of your head.
What I did is I made it 2x over 3 equals y plus z.
That is so clever. Same thing. And then what?
And then I made it 5x over 3 equals y plus 5.
How'd you think of that? I love when students come up with. Yeah, he's pretty
Wait,
smart.
what I said in here.
You know it's gonna follow this method, but go ahead.
I made it, since it was x
Sorry, that was
equals
totally
1.5
I suck.
y plus z, I made 2x over 3 equal y plus z, and then 5x over 3 equal 855.
Oh yeah, it says that in the explanation too, right?
It does?
That's what it said.
Okay.
It's something like 5 or something.
I'm impressed
You're just
with
trying
you.
to
you look
You always impress me, even when you're fooling around. Pretty and smart. You don't get that in a lot of people. All right, now.
Me.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
so-
see, I would say you got the paper on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's solve this out. What's 1 point? So now we calculator help me. What is 1.5 times 855? Please. Okay, those calculators suck. I'm just saying.
They don't even
Thank you.
know.
1282.5.
What is it?
1282.5.
Thank you. All right, thank you. 1282.5 minus 1.5x equals x. So then I get 2.5x equals. So what's 1282.5 divided by 2.5?
Hold on.
513.
513.
And that's the answer, right? Boom.
17, 13.
Yep. Choice B. Okay. Anyone wants to see
Your
the phone?
niece followed me on Instagram.
It's weird.
Which one?
Sabrina Dickey.
Love
She
her.
did too. She followed me
I'm
too.
gonna go see her soon.
You
and,
should
you
follow
should
me.
follow me on Instagram. Dr. Yao.
Sorry.
You don't want to follow me on Instagram.
Why?
I'm gonna.
Thinks he's cool, but not
Hey,
so
you're
much.
coming to me,
All right, ready? There you go. Okay. Next question, please.
I mean, from there on out.
Whoa. 25 looks wicked hot. How do you do 25?
I got it. That was really easy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. See, this is why.
24.
Never let. How about
No,
23? Did that? You guys
No,
are
it's
really
not.
seem really solid with trigonometry.
23
No.
Should we do 23?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. The angles shown above are acute. What does that mean? Good. That was the opposite of ugly. Sorry.
Okay.
No one ever likes that joke. And the sine of A equals the cosine of B. If the sine of A is the cosine of B, it's a right triangle. Yeah. All right. No,
Compliment.
it means they're complementary. Exactly. Because sine and cosine are complementary functions, meaning A plus B is 90. But let's see, I don't know if we need to know that to do this.
Yeah, that's needed.
Oh, it is needed?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. If A equals 4k minus 22 and B equals 6k minus 13, what is the value of k? Yeah, you know, so here, this is where I said my trick adding the two equations and subtracting two equations. They like you to be able to solve for things like A plus B. Remember I said that earlier in class, A plus B, and I used the what's the combined weight of Henry and Dr. Yo example. Well, look, if I have A, where am I? A equals 4K minus 22. I have B equals 6K minus 13.
Just add them.
If you add the two equations, you literally get A plus B equals 10K minus 35. And I know A plus B is 90. So 10K minus 35 is 90. Add 35 to both sides. 10K is a long race. Add 35 to both sides and I get, thank you, equals 125. So K equals, I get 12.5. And that is an answer choice C. Nice nose. You snort a lot of cocaine. That's not a good thing. You're aware? Did you say I'm aware?
No,
Oh.
on the reg. I said on the reg, regularly.
Oh, on the rag. That's only one small sound away from on the rag. It's not appropriate to say.
What? What's that?
Oh, you guys don't know that?
What's
That
the
was my
definition?
generation of. What Mandy told me. Oh yeah, today you guys say something differently when you're having your. Oh yeah, I'm on my period. You never said that. It used to be I'm on the rag back in my day. I'm that old.
Yes.
That's my daughter told touching and stuff. It's all disgusting.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Whenever I gross around, she starts talking about that stuff, and it's just a mess I don't need to know. Yeah, I know. Never want to know. No offense. All right, now next one. Does everyone not follow that? Yeah. So how did Patrick know that A plus B equals 90? Aside from the fact that he's a smart math kid.
Yeah, what the heck?
No. All right. So here's something you need to know. It is 90, but you right. The key thing is knowing that it's a right triangle. Number one. And secondly, knowing that the sine and the cosine are known as complementary functions. So the sine of x equals the cosine of 90 minus x.
Is it because you-
Right? So we know that there's a right triangle, A plus B equals 90. There it is. Right? And that, how do we know it's 90? Because the sine of A equals the cosine of B. I can't believe they expect you to know that. That's like, and they made the test much harder. I'm just saying. You never had to know that stuff. Even on the ACTs, you didn't have to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave up on 27.
All right, let's do 27. You grab me. No, never mind.
I gave up on
I'm close.
We have to have Sam needs to hear what she needs to wear. A clown.
Oh yeah.
A clown
No,
suit.
I already delegated that.
Yes.
What does he have to wear?
Or do or something. And he has to bring.
He has to bring-
Pasta.
Yeah.
He has to bring the pasta. He has to bring
Yeah.
leftovers.
There you go. Yeah.
You have to bring pasta.
You have to bring pasta.
Only
You don't want leftover. Oh yeah, Tuesday would be fine. Yeah.
Oh, you can make new pasta too.
Dude, you need to bring pasta leftovers for all 10 of us.
And
No.
if he doesn't, what does he have to do?
Used to run
If you don't, I'm going to tell your parents you didn't watch the video.
Yes, you can make it
Alright.
around the house.
Naked? I'll get arrested. But we'll make them do a lap around the house. Yeah, alright? The
In
consequences
a
are.
tight dress.
Alright, that would work. You can call him rock a tight dress. You see that kid? Alright.
Should get arrested for that.
I could be, probably. It's a crazy world we live
I know.
in. Really? It really is
You
crazy.
get arrested for anything. You're like,
Oh, that's my face.
There was a video recently. I don't know. Oh yeah, I can't show it anyway. Never mind.
why?
No, you knew it was. There was a video. Actually, I can show this. It was on Facebook. And no, it was so cool. It was a school.
What?
No, I'm just gonna tell you. I don't have to show it. So it was a school in Atlanta that was the class before spring break, right? And you could tell it was like a super strict because everyone's in uniforms. No, it was a private school. And the kids didn't know what was happening, but all the faculty came out there having their last assembly, and suddenly some music got piped in, and everyone starts dancing and bopping, and teachers take the mics, and they were karaoke and laying it down. Everyone was like, woohoo! And they were announcing spring break, and I was like in the best way. And the teacher went up and hugged the kid. And I showed it to my sister. My sister said, you know, in Connecticut, you'd probably be arrested, and charges would be pressed. And it's such a bummer. I mean, really, not that I'm saying like I want to hug kids, but like there's affection that's developed, an appropriate level of affection that is not sexual at all. But because we live in such a litigious, effed up society, you can't. My sister's like, oh my God, no one ever hugged me. I'd be so creepy.
I hug my teachers all the time.
Yeah,
she kisses
My
me
mom told
every
me
day.
if you could save me a spot in the
Just
You're in.
my teacher Boniface Jacobs gives me Friday hugs in the hallway.
Yeah. There was a kid in hall who used to, but some teachers do, some teachers don't.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah,
So
he
give me
does
your
that.
hand.
He does that.
Yeah, I make
A little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, no, he kisses me on the head a lot too. He goes,
No, you don't say anything. We all know this.
I'm sorry, Karen, what? What is she talking about? Wait, what?
Flat on the nose. I feel like John.
All right, let's do one more math problem. Everyone's got to one more math problem.
Yeah, you got punched in the nose.
Who's
So
going
hard.
over?
Yeah.
I am sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
We're-
you got hit in the nose.
Friday?
He broke his nose.
So
No,
what?
he thought he broke. He started crying.
Oh,
I was leaving.
who's
I mean, at the
Goldenberg?
game.
At the game. Yeah, it was at the game.
Wait, who the hell is Goldenberg?
What do you want?
Who's?
Who just spoke?
No, yeah, like, oh, wait, what? Am I supposed to be in this?
Jesus Christ, did you just break everything?
No,
Yeah, I live here, kitties. Faith, hey. What did she say? Yeah, whatever.
Wait,
Alright.
why haven't I used Facebook profile?
Because I use SyncMe. Because I stalk you privately and I'm obsessed. Did you not know?
So you can get arrested.
No, if you have an app called SyncMe, it will literally pull all the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter profile pictures and put it. So if you call me on my phone, your Facebook, your current Facebook page will always pop up. No, don't call me. Let's do one more, please.
You used to call me on my CNN.
And one question.
Let's do one
Get it
more.
done.
West Hartford Beauty Pad.
Wanna go home?
All right, and then we're gonna go home. But we're gonna do one more question. It's not too long.
Woo!
I know, another hour. How much fun can you have in a night?
Matrices.
I asked Maggie how much she enjoyed the first class. She goes, as
Oh my
much
God,
fun
that's
as you can have. Well, that's swimming pool.
Wait, you're close.
You did say that. I have proof.
Why are you?
Oh, really? No,
It's
don't
as
make.
much fun as you could have on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that is what you said. Thank
No,
you.
I could be.
I stand corrected. And I'm literally standing. And I'm literally correct. All right. Come on, ask another question, Sarah. You were dying.
What's 2 plus 2?
4.
We're done.
No, Sarah, ask one more math. Come on, you were really upset about your math before, so let's fix that. Do one more that'll help you for next time. Come on.
24.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Did you just pick a number randomly? Can you pick one you got right? Because you already know. All right, Mr. Cole,
Hey,
let's just see. It could be valuable.
No, you should do like this.
No, my mistake. Whoever you are you kidding? Seriously?
Who's talking? Oh, I actually
Yeah, no, you're not.
Can we get this question done?
Seriously?
I'm gonna stick out my tongue at her.
Mike, call me.
Mike, call me.
Can you tell Robert I say hi?
Hi.
No.
So, hi.
Hi, it's an
Can you get my
important.
water bottle?
Yeah, I will give that to you. We're doing another problem.
Well, then we gotta hurry.
No,
Oops.
all good, Lori?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, we're out of time. Sorry.
Why is he
Bye,
keep
gotta
saying
go.
call me?
I guess-
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Just go get
All right.
say hello.
5.
Call
I'm
me.
so
All
embarrassed.
right, go. I don't
Hey.
care. Call me at
Dude.
9, please. She did.
No, we should post. We should post on
Uh,
Instagram.
All right, do you want to ask one more? Are we good? All right, I'm not gonna make you. What?
I think we're good.
All right.
You have some bar-
Tuesday, do as much as you can. Tuesday, seriously, we're not having a class. In fact, I made a decision not to get pizza, not because I'm cheap and don't love you. I just know we can't afford that much time off class. We need to get through this.
Sam's making us pasta.
We'll stay
Right,
late.
and Sam's making
We'll
salsa.
stay late for pizza.
All right, so yeah, Sam, I know, right?
Stay nice.
All right, anyway, so to reiterate the most important thing, Sam, make this pasta. We'll see you Tuesday.
Hey Sam, I miss you.
Liar.
Let's go to the garbage.